doing it again?
You sure did. Welcome to Brain Wreck, episode 100, ladies and gentlemen.
Boy.
We have accomplished something.
Something, all right.
I'm not
we've
sure.
accomplished sobriety.
Oh, ayo! Let me tell you, folks, it works every time.
I spilled on myself.
Jesus Christ.
That was more fizzy. Ooh, I can't damage this. That was fizzier than I thought it was going to be. Oh, my dick is wet.
Oh, well, mine too.
No.
Oh,
We're starting off hot, aren't we?
That's right. It's going to be
boy.
hot. It's going to be, as the kids say, lit in here.
Is that what they say?
I don't know.
I
have kids.
I remember the only time your kids are like 2.
I know. But I have them.
I believe I've only heard. No, I have heard somebody say it once and like really mean it.
Oh, really?
Oh God, they were an asshole. I wanted to punch them in the face.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But this is episode 100, ladies and gentlemen. We've been doing this for a minute. We started back in
Feels like 100 years.
In the October 2014.
15.
15?
15.
October
2015. This is 2.5 years.
Wow.
Yeah. How old do you feel?
Really old.
Yeah.
So there was something that actually also made me feel really old the other day too.
What was that?
It was just kind of realizing how long ago certain things were.
Oh, it's fucking scary.
Like I had to write something and I was like, yeah, and it was, back when gas was $4.50 a gallon, and I was like,
it was like
holy shit.
That was like 10 years ago.
That was like 11 years ago.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. 11. We'll give you a year.
Well, fuck you. I'm trying to get everything I can, brother. I'm old as fuck.
Oh, God. I have to finish this tweet.
Oh, for Christ's sake. I asked him if he's ready. He says yes.
Slow to catch the links. I'm never ready.
The social media specialist over here.
Fuck social media. Social media is fucking bullshit. Let me tell you something. No, I'm not going to get into it. I can't get into it here.
No?
No, I can't get into it here.
Okay. Well, that's fair. Before they kick us off. But we decided that to celebrate episode 100, we were going to celebrate. Clearly. And you know what? It's such a monumental thing because I think the base of our friendship is if you had to boil our friendship down to like its origin, its starting point.
The origin story.
Yeah, I think it's Billy D. Williams.
I feel like it is.
Yeah.
You know what? You went in a place that I was pleasantly surprised with. Thank you. Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
It works every time.
Oh, I was not expecting to drink tonight, but this is just wonderful.
You brought the booze.
I know. That's the crazy part.
So besides that, we decided tonight that we're gonna rewind a little bit.
We're gonna back.
A little blast from the past, as they say.
But dust off some of the old goodies that are on the shelf.
Yeah, because if you've
clean them off,
if you've been following the
wipe
show,
them up.
From its inception, we weren't always brain wreck.
No.
We
had a plan. I
did.
feel like is the best way to put it. We had it because we were like, what could be fun? Well, let's, we get all these stupid ideas, and then we're like, what if we try to like flesh those out a little bit more
in front of microphones.
Put a theme song in front of it. And make a show out of it. We're like, yeah, let's do that. And it slowly got to the point where our ideas were either just so bad we couldn't do them,
or it was just that we weren't prolific enough in coming up with ideas.
Oh, no, because it was like, what idea do you have? Well, I like food.
I had potato salad earlier today. Yeah. Wouldn't it be great if we had a gun that made potato salad? I think that's where it got to.
And then, because I remember the very first one we did, which never made air.
Oh, yes.
They're like,
holy shit, I forgot about that.
We tried to we tried to reboot White Man Can't Jump.
We did a phenomenal job.
I feel like we kind of hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
And we were sort of,
and then
ahead of the curve on that.
And that's going to be a fucking theme throughout this podcast. There are so many things we called in advance on this goddamn
we
show.
Have called, surprisingly,
a lot.
Have called a lot. I feel like we should be credited for the creation of the Nintendo Classic.
Yep.
What else did we call?
The White Man Can't Jump reboot.
They're not rebooting that, though.
Yeah, they are.
Shut the fuck up.
You didn't know that?
When did they say this?
Like a year ago.
No.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
With who?
They didn't say yet. Because they didn't know if Snipes was going to be out of jail or whatever.
Here's the thing is like they say they're going to reboot everything. Like they're still rebooting Roadhouse apparently. Right. And Big Trouble in Little China. Like those got announced years ago. They're never going to see the light. This is going to be direct to DVD. Like it's so bad it's direct to DVD, not even Blu-ray.
I got the plot though. He can hear Jimmy.
Then there's no movie. There's no movie if you can hear Jimmy. If you can hear Jimmy, what's the point?
Yeah, that's fair. All right, but there were some other things that we called too. Oh God, I can't remember. Go back and listen to our catalog. You know what?
You don't need to hear us recap it. Just go back, listen to an entire 2.5, 99 episodes. Well, it was really like what? Like 60.
45.
It was not 45. How many episodes of Brainstormers did we do?
Before it switched over?
Yeah.
Oh, we were in like 82 or something like that?
No, it was not that high.
Come to our show, listen to us speculate how long we've been fucking doing this.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. So we brought back some of the old bits that we used to do. We are going to get into inventions gone wrong later on in the show. We've got some headline news that we're going to speculate and talk about and motherfuck probably. And then we're just going to do what we normally do and drink and talk about life.
How are you?
Well, you know.
How's your bike? Have you gotten your bike yet?
I have not gotten the bike.
Okay, so bike update, there's no bike. That's every fucking week. I want to know the update on the damn bike.
Okay, so here's the deal. There's a little bit of an update.
Oh, okay.
Not a good one.
Sad.
So I went. What are you, Trump?
I could be.
He'd be cooler if
the way he gets around. Wait, that'd be weird.
Be a lot cooler if you did.
What? If I did Trump?
I mean, you'd probably have a lawsuit, but
I could get some hush money.
Yeah, you could be Stormy Graham. Anyway, so I went out. So for those of you who have not been following, I've been trying to get a bike because I want to get back in shape, but I can't get back in shape till I get a bike because I do a diet, but then I lose a little bit of weight, but then I don't get enough off. So then, I just kind of get myself off and then I go and get the bike. So
drop 5 pounds that way.
Right. So the idea is that there's a specific bike at Target that I really want to get.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting for it to go on sale because it's a $200 motherfucking dollar bike.
Oh.
So I ain't paying $200 for a bike. So the idea was that we're going to wait for it to go on sale. But in the meantime, if I find another bike that's like similar, that's cheaper, I might go for it, right?
You just go for it.
So the first idea was go over to the Toys R Us that's going out of business, see what their gimmick is. We went like the first week they announced it, bikes are 10% off. And like I can wipe my ass with 10% off. I don't want that shit. So
fuck.
So I was like, okay, well, let me wait a little bit for the percentage to go up, and then, we'll see what's left, and then we'll make a game time decision then. So we go back so we went the first week, and we went back 2 weeks later, so this is the third week of their going out of business sale. Motherfucking prices have not changed.
Really?
At all.
That's unfortunate.
Have not dropped an inch, a percentage, anything. We are still at 10% for a bike. Mm-hmm. I did find one that I did like, but it is also a $200 motherfucking dollar bike. So
when's that go on sale?
Well, it already is for 10%, but I can wipe my ass for that. So,
but like on sale more, I guess is what
I don't know. That's the thing. Like with these going out of business things, they don't want to tell you because they want to get you while the getting's good. So you gotta wait and kind of play it by ear, that kind of thing. So, but I mean. You wouldn't know it from outside, but summer's rapidly approaching.
Is it though?
Well, we'll get into that.
Is it though?
So option number 2 was, okay, let me go to White Trashville. I'm going to go to Walmart and see what they got.
Good old Wally World.
So I'm like, okay. Roll back prices and shit. So I'll put a smiley face on and go in there and whatever. So I go to their bike section, and they've got, I'm looking for a Schwinn. Schwinn's a household name. Like it's a like if you're gonna get like you're not gonna get an ice scraper that's not a Zamboni. Like you're just not.
Okay.
So
sure.
Anyway, so I'm looking for a Schwinn because I know that they're a quality product. They have Schwinns there.
Are you just looking for a cruiser?
No, I want a mountain bike.
Okay, so it's got like gears and all that. Yeah, put a little tension in it.
Thick tires.
Thicken up those thighs. Yeah.
And, it's got fucking goddamn suspension.
Yeah.
Like some shocks on it because God knows I need it. But
brother, let me tell you.
Been
there before.
So I go to Walmart and they've got a Schwinn bike there. That's a mountain bike that's relatively similar. It's not as nice as the goddamn one from Target. But I'm like, okay, well, if the price is right, I'll come on down, as they say. The price was $149.
It's not bad.
So it's a $50 difference.
It's not bad.
Now, I've downloaded this app. I don't know if you've heard of this app before. Have you heard of the Honey app?
Is that a gay thing?
No, it's not. Alex Madsen or whatever the hell they call it. But
Ashley Madison.
Well, that's the straight one.
What?
The Ashley Madison.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's where rich people go to cheat on their significant other.
Right. And isn't Alex like the gay one?
I don't know, man. I feel like you're trying to trap me. Are you a cop? Have you been a cop this whole time? You got to tell me if you're a cop.
That's right. You do have to.
You do have to tell me if you're.
Is
a cop.
Is that a real thing?
I
don't think that's a real thing.
I mean, I don't know.
Anyway, so for $50 off, it's not the bike I want. I downloaded this Honey app, which the Honey app tells you the price.
Okay.
Of the if you go to Amazon and you're like, oh, I want to buy this with this motherfucker. I want to buy this protein powder, whatever the fuck. But I want to make sure I'm getting the best deal.
Right.
So you can click on it and it'll be like, well, this is a good price, but you could save $7 if you buy it from this other seller.
Oh, so it's basically just like an aggregate site where it compiles. It's like a hotel website.
Right, exactly.
It's like Priceline for if you want to buy bikes.
Or fucking anything else on the internet. So,
sure.
Well, the one thing it does, too, is it will tell you the history of the price drop.
Oh.
So if you want to know how low can you go kind of thing, go on there. So I go to my bike on Target that I want to actually get, right? It says that towards the beginning of December of last year, it was at $149.
Okay.
The same price as the fucking bike at Walmart that's not the bike I want. So you got to know when to hold them.
Right.
You got to know when to fold them.
Okay.
I ain't walking away yet.
At what point do you think this just becomes a prolonged thing and you just never end up with a bike?
Well, here's the deal. I got a birthday coming up in June.
Oh shit, get that birthday money.
Well, no one gets me anything, but
right.
If I do not have, if it has not gone on clearance or whatever, that's my gift to myself. Is I'm just gonna buy I'm gonna spend the $200.
You put yourself on this.
I have the helmet.
Thing. You have the helmet. You're already committed.
I am committed.
You've invested in a fucking glorious helmet. I feel like this is something you can't go back on now.
It is very true. I cannot.
Right.
So
that's the bike update.
That is the bike update. How have you been, sir?
Oh. We were talking about this a little while ago. I mean, I brought beer, so let's what was what I said last week where it's like when I'm drinking water, I'm in trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're doing good.
Well, I mean, it's
depends on your definition of good.
What is your definition of good?
Well, I would say mentally stable.
Oh, okay. We might not be there.
Okay.
It's one of those things where I look outside and I go, well, at least it's not snowing. And then I wake up this morning and there's snow in my car.
And there's snow.
So just, kind of wrap that up in a bow.
Right.
Although I kind of did, it's kind of started this week actually.
Okay.
So, and I met up with my dad yesterday and we ended up going out to dinner. and because like he helped, he brought something over to my apartment, and before he was like, oh, you know, like why don't we go out to dinner? We got to. I would like to talk.
Oh,
and I was like, okay,
yeah,
this could be interesting.
Sure, yeah.
Because it's one thing when somebody says, hey, let's go to dinner, catch up a little bit. It's like, okay, yeah. It's one thing when it's another thing when somebody says, hey, let's go to dinner. You know, there's a couple of things I'd like to talk to you about.
Oh, no.
I'm like, oh, okay. So we go to dinner, we sit down, and, you know, we're kind of shooting shit for a little bit. And he goes, so, yeah, you know, there was just like a couple things I want to talk to you about. And he's like, you know, how are you doing?
Oh, no.
And I was like, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Doing well. He goes, yeah. I'm like, yeah. He was like, yeah? And I'm like, oh. And I'm like, I don't know.
You've convinced me otherwise.
I you know, I came in here thinking one thing. Now I'm like questioning all reality at this point. But no, like, it's just like, I mean, you know, the way I look at it is like a lot of shit could be worse.
Oh, well, sure.
You know, on paper, and I usually have to write it down. I'm doing fairly well.
You're a glass half full kind of guy.
I'm a there's
water in the glass.
There's water in my glass. Hey, I've got a sip of beer. If that's all I get. Hey, you know. So there was that. But then, like, I don't know, maybe you can relate to this a little bit. Like, I feel tired.
Yes.
Like, I am tired.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I feel tired.
And
there's like a difference.
And, like, unmotivated.
Yeah. Like, super low. And that's the other thing, too. It's like people lately have been like this dude at work today. Yeah. Like, I'm sitting there in the conference room and getting ready to have a meeting. He goes, hey, man, you doing all right today? And I'm like... And I'm like,
it's a fucking intervention.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah. And he goes, hey, you just been kind of like quiet and like kind of down today. I'm like, I mean, I'm working,
right?
So I'm here. I have work I need to do, so I'm probably focused on my work because that's my job. He goes, it's because Bruno died today, isn't it? I'm like,
what happened?
Well, Bruno Sammartino died today.
Oh,
yeah. And I was, just like, why? What? No, why? No, dude. I'm just fucking tired, man. But like, this has been like the constant thing is people have been asking me lately. It's kind of the thing where, you know, like you walk, like you go see somebody like that day, and they're just like, man, like you look tired. You look like you didn't get any sleep last night.
Right.
And they're they're concerned for you.
Right.
But what they're really saying is, yo, you look like shit. You need some help. And like, I feel like that's kind of the thing that's starting to happen with me, where people are like, you know, you seem really low energy. Like, are you okay?
You know, it's so funny you say that, because I had a conversation with my mother the other day.
Okay.
And we were talking about like, you know, my job and that and things of that nature. And she goes, yeah, because, you know, you're real fucking miserable. You know that? And not like accusing me.
Right.
But just as stating a fact.
Just like that is who you are.
And I'm like,
that's how you live your life.
And it was one of those things where I'm just like, I am fucking miserable.
Yeah.
What is going on? Like, what happened?
I don't know, man. How did we get here? Why?
I don't know.
I thought we were supposed to be the leaders of tomorrow. We're down here in a fucking basement in Syracuse, New York, drinking Colt 45, talking to two people on a fucking show right now on YouTube and Twitch.
Oh, it's the best show ever.
Best show. I wouldn't change it for the world.
You know, I have to say, I blame probably
Obama.
No. Probably about 60 to 75% on this goddamn weather.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Because, and for those of you who may not be in the upstate New York area, let me give you a rundown of what the fuck we've been dealing with for the past 2 years. We had the big blizzard of fucking 04 or 2 or
2 years. Yeah, back in 04, we got dumped on. How does that feel?
Back in 2016.
Yeah.
Big fucking blizzard, right?
That was 2016?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Listen, we have a big fucking blizzard every year, okay?
It's like once a quarter at this point.
All right, so big fucking blizzard 2016. Then guess what we had? No spring.
No spring.
It went directly to kind of summer, except it rained the whole fucking time.
Yeah, it was a shitty summer.
And then we got right back into an early fucking winter.
Yeah.
So we got to enjoy.
Which then we got shit on the following March.
Right.
Like twice.
Real bad.
Had to buy a snowblower.
You did.
Yeah. It's already broken.
Another fucking rainy summer.
Yep.
And then right into probably this winter, the worst winter on record for this area.
Is it?
It's pretty fucking close.
It's bad. I mean, that one day.
We just broke a fucking record. Have you heard about this record?
We did.
It is the longest consecutive streak that we have gone where it has not broken 65 fucking degrees.
It's sad. I'll tell you what, though, too. Because we kind of have these glimmers of hope where it's sunny and
they give us
the
hope
temperature
spots.
is rising, and I'm like, yeah, time to feed up, and then boom, I hit my fucking bump and feed, and I just get cut right the fuck off.
Right.
Swift kick to the nuts.
It's like wrestling the Freebirds.
Great ref. Hey, cheers to you, sir. But no, it was funny because this past weekend, Christy and I, we were driving around town, and we were driving down Route 11.
Mm-hmm.
And it was probably it was one of those moments where I hadn't really looked around in a while.
I get accused of this quite often, but go ahead.
Like, you know how you're very familiar with your surroundings?
Sure.
To the point where you just ignore what's going on around you.
Yeah.
Like, you know where you're going, you know where everything is, but you just kind of blow past it to get to point B.
Right, yes.
So we're driving down Route 11, and it's gloomy as fuck out. And I'm just, like, looking around, and, like, I saw that they tore down Station 58.
Yep.
Which I was like, it looks way better.
Yes.
It's 100%. Station 58 has never looked better, in my opinion.
I am sad that there's not another venue for local musicians to play at.
Right.
But that place fucking sucked.
And not having it there, you realize, wow, that was a huge eyesore.
Yes.
But we're driving down that strip, and looking around, it's gray skies. Cloudy.
And they ain't gonna clear up.
It's chilly out.
You ain't putting on a happy face.
And it's just like dilapidated building. There's like dead trees, like the fucking motel sign that's hanging on by a thread. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
What the fuck
this fucking sign, which has been up since probably, I don't know. It was broke in the 60s, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
It's literally to the point where it's like twisted around, hanging on like the smallest thread.
The actual motel is gone.
Yeah.
Just the sign remains.
It's like not an attractive sight. That's not the type of thing where people go, oh yeah, you drive down Route 11, you get to see the big motel sign. This
isn't fucking Vegas with like old neon.
Right. It is not Fremont Street. It's where the fucking truckers go to sell blow to one another.
Right.
And then probably blow each other. Yeah.
Up top again?
Up top again. Good for you. It was like the first time that I was ever like really cognizant of like everything around me. And I'm just like, this is sad. I'm sad. Why do we live here?
I've been asking myself that quite frequently lately. Mm-hmm. But to get down to your point, I have been accused of not being the most observant fellow. So
in what way?
Well, I'll tell you a story.
Sit back.
The wife goes, we were talking about something going on, and she goes, yeah, it's such and such happened in the neighborhood, down the street with the house with the butterfly on the fence. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
oh yeah, I'm the same way.
And she goes, what do you mean? I'm like, what butterfly on the fence? She goes, the giant fucking rainbow butterfly that's painted on the fence. And I'm like, I don't know what you're saying to me. And she goes, you've got to be kidding me, right? And I'm go, no. She's like, it's literally right there. So like the next time we drive down, she goes, it's right there. And I look, and it is probably the size of this wall. A giant fucking rainbow painted butterfly on a fence.
This is on your street?
Yes. You've never noticed it, have you?
I don't think I've ever noticed it
up
either.
top.
Up top.
That's a guy thing, honey. Ain't my fault. It's my chromosomes.
Yeah, okay.
So we're both sad.
Moral of the show, sadness.
Sadness makes the world go round.
It does.
And so, so what was the outcome with your dad? Like, did he like?
It was all good.
Okay.
Because it's one of those things where I don't think my parents, because I don't talk about myself.
Right.
A lot.
Right.
And so even when it comes to my parents, like they'll be like, okay, so like how's work going? And I'm like, it's all right, or it kind of sucks right now. Or it's very short and to the point. So and because I don't really like go into like any other details, all they hear is, oh, Kevin really hates his job. Kevin, he must not be doing well. Which that's not really the thing, because
they're trying to connect the dots because you're not giving them any lines.
Right. So my dad thought that I was like really depressed.
Oh.
And like I explained and like,
well, nice of him to reach out.
Well,
I mean, that's,
I mean, like I said, could be snowing.
Right.
And it actually fucking was snowing at that point in time. But no, we like I kind of explained like everything going on right now to him. Mm-hmm. And he was just, and I think I like blew his fucking mind.
Oh yeah?
Because he was just like, okay, so you're good. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. He goes, boo, great.
My work here is done.
Basically, yeah. So yeah, I mean, it ended well.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about what I was feeling a little bit earlier today. I went to the mall with the fam. We went and got Action Comics number 1000. Yeah. Congratulations, Mr. Superman. You've done very well for yourself. Better than me. And we went and got a little dinner, and then afterwards we got little Mrs. Fields to take home. Some cookie action, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, very nice indeed. Yeah. So I'm carrying the goddamn thing down the entranceway tunnel, right? Yep. And I'm carrying it, and I'm like, ooh, I gotta switch hands.
Ooh.
And then I carried a little bit, like, ooh, I gotta switch hands.
Oh.
It's like my joints are giving out on me. I'm like, God. Motherfuck. Christ. And I'm like, just like this show, we're way past our prime. Like,
have we had a prime?
Listen, like, we had a good run. Like 06 to 15 was pretty good. But
yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah. It's pretty good for us.
Yeah.
So I think it's about time we call it a day. But besides that, let's get into something old.
Yeah.
For our 100th episode, we're going to talk a little inventions that didn't quite go.
They didn't pan out the way people thought they would.
People thought they would have. And this is the first time, ladies and gentlemen, on YouTube or Twitch for that matter, that we have ever done this on a video platform. We have some pictures to go around with these fucking things, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I know none of these.
Yeah, these are all...
My crotch is still wet. I mean,
that's nostalgia for you.
Yeah.
So, the first one, these all have a theme.
Okay.
And let's see
what is the theme?
The theme is getting...
I know you're about to ask me, let's see if you can figure the theme out. Well,
it's like fucking...
Let's just cut to the chase.
So...
We ain't got a lot of time left.
Correct. The theme is getting older, which is, I thought, appropriate for this show.
Fitting.
All right, so the first one we have up, we're going back to the good old time of 1991. And this is called... The Instant Facelift. Let's get a little picture of that up on the screen there.
Okay.
So if you're thinking to yourself, gee, I don't know what's going on here. Well, let me tell you something. If you are poor and old as fuck and want to look better.
If you're a broke motherfucker.
This is for you.
Wow.
Because what this does here is it hides in your hair. If you're a woman, if it wouldn't work for me because I don't have any.
That will not hide.
Well, hold on a second. Okay. What happens here is you got these down from basically your goddamn braid or whatever the fuck that top part is, and you glue it to your face.
No.
And then when you pull the hair over, it stretches your face.
No.
So you get a facelift, right?
Yeah, no.
It doesn't work because you look like Two-Face with the goddamn thing, and you
like,
might as well
how much
be.
glue do you use? And then does it like come off easily?
I think that like the women would know more because of makeup remover.
Would they though?
I'm more than me.
Why don't you use like cement glue?
Like some old modeling glue? Like,
sure,
I couldn't fucking put together the Millennium Falcon, but fuck. I'm old.
My face is 10 years younger.
Works every time. So, the next one, we're going to go to the good old 1973 for this one.
All right.
Now, this, before, people had parts of their body would go on them a little bit, like,
parts of their body would go.
Well, like you get a little older, you need the reading glasses.
Okay. Hearing aid.
Hearing aid. Thanks for fucking cutting off my segue.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on top of it.
This one is a hearing aid device. Before they had the little microscopic ones that you can't even fucking tell. They went the other way. With this one.
Did they?
Yeah, this is called the deer ears.
Oh, why?
So we'll get to take a look at those.
Okay. So it's a fucking it's like a furry. It's like if you're an old furry.
Right. It's basically taking that old school big ass horn
that
you put on the side of your fucking head, and instead of like, I can't hear, we're gonna change those into Mickey Mouse ears. We're gonna put those fucking on, and then you plug them in like headphones, and you get yourself some better hearing.
You know what's fucked? Is I feel like this is something they would actually sell today.
Yeah.
Because it's like dumb enough, and I feel like there's totally a market for it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For that non-discreet motherfucker. Like, mind your business. So, the next one we have here is creepy as all fuck. Because we're going to the 2002 for this one, okay?
Relatively recent.
Now, technology has progressed.
Yes, it has.
By this time, we're getting into, if you get your arm chopped off, they can get you kind of a, prosthetic and what the fuck.
And I'm pretty sure they could get you prosthetics prior to that.
Well,
point.
no, because before it was like a fucking wooden stick in your asshole. I don't know.
I don't know if that's how prosthetics work.
I'm not a doctor. I don't know.
I mean, you're not a doctor, so I'm not going to take your word for that.
Sure. So what this was designed for is for those of you who may have a fucked up neck. Hey,
yeah, it's me.
How you doing? Little something, and you don't have a significant other. You don't have money for a massage therapist. You don't have money for getting that disc fused. Or
so sad people.
Yes.
Oh.
We qualify. And sometimes the pain is so intense, you just need somebody to rub it out for you.
Not gonna touch that one.
This is to help you out. This is a neck massager.
Okay.
So what it has is there's an air pump that goes from your shoe up to this prosthetic hand that is gripping your neck.
That's not a glove?
No, that is a prosthetic hand. So what happens is, as you step, the air compresses and it squeezes the prosthetic hand, and then it closes and then gives you the massage as you step.
This is a sex toy.
I don't think so.
No. This I'm telling you right now, the dude, and this is has to be, it's got to be a guy that invented it.
Well, of course.
That ain't for your neck. Well, if it is, it's not for the back of the neck.
My question is, what if you're running? Like, you're gonna snap your neck?
You're not running. you're either crouched over or just It's not for back massages.
Not for back massages.
Telling you that.
All right.
You can figure it out at home. Do the math. Christy, do the math.
I don't think she's watching.
She's probably not.
Yeah. Gotta love the support on the show. But now for the last one here.
Okay.
And we're staying in goddamn 2002.
All right.
Okay, it is innovation all over the motherfucking place, right? Now, you are a rare individual yourself. In fact, you are probably one of the only people I know that actually wears a watch.
I wear many watches. This one tells me the time. It also reads my text messages. I can make phone calls, and I can track how many steps I took.
Is that the one that costs way too much money and it's half broken?
Yep.
Great. So this one here, we're going back to 2002. This is called the Life Expectancy Watch. So in case you wanted to know,
my God. Just
how
buy
much
the gun
longer
already.
You have to live. Let me tell you. Oh, should I take that meeting? Oh, shit. I only got fucking 9 years left.
Yeah. So what is the purpose of this? Like, what is the idea that went into this?
So the idea is kind of like it's like a Fitbit before Fitbits were Fitbits.
Okay.
You input a bunch of data.
Right.
You know, you tell it if you're a smoker, you know, if you do some skateboarding, if you fucking
if you live life on the edge.
if you're as one person once called my place of business and said, "Hey man, I'm into extreme stuff. What do you got for me?"
I got a neck massager that doesn't massage my neck. I'm into it all, bro. You ever see that motel sign?
It's great. So you input a bunch of data into the watch, and then it's supposed to do and based on your age, your sex, your other shit that you put into it, it will calculate how much time you got left.
Like they have websites for that.
I know, and
they have things called doctors.
Well, that's fair too. But the thing is, like, if you go to one of those websites and you just let it roll for like a couple of seconds, like you just watch it, you get motivated real fucking quick.
Yeah, you
do. It's not a terrible idea. It's just there's no way to be accurate with it. Like, it's like trying to calculate fucking how much energy you use in your house. Like, any motherfucker can come in and plug in their fucking, for a garage door opener.
Right.
And then, your goddamn bills out the wazoo, and then you're taking out fucking loans that you can't pay back, and then you're in fucking debt.
This got serious.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't steal people's energy. It's not nice.
Okay. Moral of that story.
So, invention's gone wrong. There you go. Tip to the past.
Wrong. So, shall we jump into, since we've got a little bit of time left, jump into some recent news stories?
Oh, yeah. Hit me with it. So I don't know any of these.
A little bit. Oh, believe me, I don't know any of these either.
Oh, great.
To be honest with you, this has been kind of upsetting me lately.
What's that?
Because I like to read weird shit. Of all sorts of areas. Going to, like, my news channels that I go to, like, there's not a lot of fun stuff to talk about anymore.
No, and that's kind of the thing about being so tired. The fun is fucking taken out of life. Like, everything got real serious, like 2 years ago, and like, nobody knows how to have fun anymore.
No, man.
Like, listen, we're all here for a jolly good laugh. I don't care about who I offend or whose lawyer gets arrested or who's
who's banging who.
Who's banging who?
I don't mind knowing who's banging who. Never.
Or which wrestler's no longer banging who.
Is that oh.
Zinger.
Well, anyways, this might add a little pep to your step.
Oh, God, I need it.
And I'm pretty sure like all these come from Gizmodo because I just kind of fell down a rabbit hole today looking for news and just the shit I was finding. I was like, well, this seems interesting enough, I suppose.
Not high standards.
No.
Let's have some fun.
Let's take our pants off and go crazy.
Well, hold on.
Could be kids watching. All right. So coming from Gizmodo, do you want to eat this new caffeine catalyzed gel?
Absolutely, I
right?
do.
Finally, scientists have delivered exactly what you've been asking for, an edible polymer gel made with caffeine.
That sounds amazing. Although it looks like they put in a catheter. That's not...
It looks like a catheter. It actually looks kind of like... Actually, I don't really know what it looks like.
Looks like catheter.
Okay. Let's see. Researchers from MIT and Burham and Women's Hospital made a gel using only FDA recognized as safe materials, including citric acid. The caffeine acted as a catalyst, meaning it helped speed up the chemical reaction by pulling protons off of some of the components in order to charge their structure and build the molecule.
I don't know what any of that means.
I am reading this and I'm like, nobody fucking understands this. The new gel could be used to make some drugs easier to take orally. Giggity.
Oh.
For example, people who have trouble swallowing pill. Well, if you're smoking weed, isn't that doing like, aren't you trying to do the opposite of what you do with caffeine?
Oh, that's fair.
Unless you're trying to do like some sativa where you're trying to get up.
Listen, I'm always trying to get up, bro.
Oh, bro, up all the time.
Oh, yeah.
The new gel, so the new gel could make it easier to take some drugs orally. For example, people who have trouble swallowing pills could instead consume their medicines in a soft gummy made from this gel. I am all about gummies.
Got real excited.
Researchers didn't eat the gel, at least not in the study.
Like, fuck that.
Yeah, they're like this. So something's probably up. We're just gonna leave it at that. At least not in the study published recently in Biomaterials. But some rats did.
Oh, listen, I know about some rats, brother.
And they only had a slightly softer. Wait, what?
What is going? I don't think
this article fucking turned. I'm gonna read this from the top again. The researchers did not eat the gel, at least not in the study published recently in Biomaterials, but some rats did. And I'll tell you, they only had slightly softer poop that did not have any blood in it. They didn't even die until they were euthanized after the study was over. What the fuck? This was not what I was expecting. I was not expecting bloody rat shit.
Note to Kevin: read the article.
See, but
before you get.
I don't know, man. If I read it, I still would have read it here. Let's see.
So wait, hold on. What does the rat shit have to do with me getting all fucking caffeine?
I don't know. There's literally no other reference to rats or poop in this article.
Like, did they run all over their shit? Like,
I don't know.
That's what I want to know. Like, when I get my bicycle, I want to be able to pedal fast.
Right. The gel would give you a small caffeine boost, about the same as a cup of tea. So not coffee, because there's caffeine in tea. So if you're kind of, I would say, sensitive to caffeine,
this may be for you.
This might be for you. If you are like me and need like 2.5 to 3 cups of coffee a morning just to get your engine going.
2 shots of 5 hours a day.
It's rough.
Sucks.
Yeah. Okay, moving on.
You started off hot. I don't know where we're going.
Oh, boy.
Where are we going?
Let's see. A mutated plastic munching enzyme was accidentally created during a lab experiment.
So an enzyme that eats plastic?
That eats plastic.
Wow, this could solve a lot of problems.
This could solve a lot of problems. Let's see if there's any bloody stool in it. A couple of years ago, scientists discovered an enzyme in a waste recycling center in Japan that digests plastic. During a recent experiment to understand how enzymes work, scientists accidentally
grow tentacles and fuck everything.
That's how it starts. Let's see. During a recent experiment to understand how enzymes work, scientists accidentally created a mutated version that breaks down plastic even better than the one found in nature. The discovery could go a long way in reducing plastic waste, particularly from water bottles. Progress in science is driven by deliberate and calculated work, but every once in a while, a happy accident occurs that enables us to take a major step forward. Researchers from the University of Portsmouth and the U.S. Department of Energy's National Renewable Energy Laboratory were conducting an experiment to see how plastic munching enzyme does its work. When they tweaked the physical structure, scientists inadvertently created an enzyme that is 20% more efficient at breaking down plastic found in nature.
Can we go back to the rat shit?
I think so.
All right.
Let's see. Here we go. This one kind of spooked us. So,
yes, I saw this.
Okay, so you saw this. Okay.
I saw this.
So
yes.
Jordan Peele, if you don't know Jordan Peele, one of the
you crawl out of a fucking rock.
Crawl out of a fucking rock. One of the hosts of Key
Get
Peele.
out, as this would say.
Oh, cheers.
Boom.
He was the director of Get Out. He was on Mad TV and starred Key and Peele. But Jordan Peele used a machine learning tool to make a fake Obama warn us about a fucked up dystopia.
It's really awesome.
So, and we don't really need to get into the article because there's a greater discussion here that I kind of was like, whoa, like that is cool. However, there like
with great power
with
comes
great power comes fucked up internet videos. I am telling you that much.
Yes. So it's not going to be long, and I think they can already do this. I don't know technology, but. Like, for those of you who have not seen the video, go check it out. Basically, Jordan Peele is just speaking, and his inflections, his tones get transferred over to a video of Obama and Obama's voice. Well, something close.
Well, it's because he did the Obama impersonation on his show,
right?
So he's just doing his Obama impersonation, but because the machine learning tool, it basically casts his voice onto a computer, basically like a computerized version of Obama.
Right. So it looks like Obama's saying all this fucked up shit that he's saying. So, but the deal is, like, it won't be long until they can put, like, different heads on different actresses who may or may not be doing inappropriate things.
Well, a lot of porn sites have already been trying to combat that because there's a thing called, I get deep fakes, I guess. Which is when...
You seem to know a lot about this.
I sometimes do research.
Okay.
In my spare time, alone, in the bathroom. So, like, the issue with the deep fakes were, you know, like, there would be a video, but they would superimpose somebody else's face onto the actress.
Right.
That's an issue because essentially what that's doing is you're taking somebody who's not agreeing to be into that video
and putting them
in the video, essentially.
Right.
So, like, I know, like, a lot of porn websites have been trying to combat that
because they don't want to get sued.
Well, they don't want to get sued, and like they do, and I think a lot of them do understand that they have an obligation to, while they are sort of in the
to show the busty ass girls that are actually on the screen.
Right. But they, you know, I wouldn't say have a reputation to uphold, but. They at least have some responsibility.
Ethics and morals.
But no, like they
do
have some responsibility to be ethical and moral and continue to promote the healthy side of pornography. Beer.
Right. Mm-hmm. But it won't be long until, like, the guy you motherfucked 2 years ago is fucking making a video of you watching and jerking to child porn or something.
Exactly.
And getting
something
arrested.
like that. And I know, like, the purpose of the video that Jordan Peele made was to warn people of the issues of fake information.
He says don't trust the internet.
Basically, it's a way of saying don't trust the internet. So, as much as I love the internet, I do feel like we are coming to a time where... You know,
the infancy is over. We are now in the terrible twos.
Good call. High five.
I'm on fire. This is episode 100, baby. I brought my A game.
But yeah, no, I would say, because like before it was like the Wild West. Where it was like you would show up, you'd throw
and not the Will Smith movie.
You'd throw your, well, I don't know, maybe some points.
Okay.
You'd throw your token on the counter, and you're like, give me your whiskey, and you'd just fucking start beating the shit out of people. There were fucking titties everywhere.
Yeah, and motherfucking everybody.
That was the internet.
Yep.
Now it's like just trolls out the ass.
So it's Frozen?
Were there trolls in Frozen?
You didn't see Frozen?
I didn't see Frozen.
Okay, you don't get that reference.
I don't get that reference.
But cheers me anyway. It was a good one. Okay.
I have to cheers to that. And then old people not understanding that there's a thing called sarcasm.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think that we are in a period where you got to be a little more hesitant to believe what you read.
Yeah. I mean, I don't believe anybody.
You got to do... I don't believe anybody either.
Yeah. I don't know. Who are you?
Who the fuck are you, man? Yeah, why you only use.
Be careful out there, ladies and gentlemen. There's a bunch of motherfuckers that just want your money.
Right.
Don't ever open up an email that says you need to change your PayPal password.
Right.
They'll take every cent you have.
Oh yeah.
And then your identity's stolen, and then you fucking get in debt, and it's tough.
It's tough out there. But then okay, so the last story we'll get into here.
Woo!
Motherfucking Kanye West.
Mm-hmm. Does it again?
Does it? When does he not do it?
That is fair.
Here's the thing. I don't like Kanye.
Really?
I don't like Kanye.
He's not your homeboy.
Kanye is not my homeboy. However, there's something about him where I'm like, the dude is either a genius or he's so fucking crazy that he's just making it work.
It's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell. You don't know. Well, Kanye is going to write a philosophy book.
Yes. Thank you.
And the way he announced it,
okay,
is pure Kanye. Just so much Kanye. Like basically all of the Kanye.
Okay, well,
is how I would do it.
We'll lay the Kanye on.
Basically he goes into saying, I will work on this quote book when I feel it. When we sit still in the mornings, we get hit with so many ideas and so many things we want to express. When I read this tweet to myself, I didn't like how much I used the word, so I changed the I's to we's.
So he proofread.
Oh, by the way, this book that I'm writing in real time. Wait, what? Oh, by the way, I've already got a problem with this because the grammar on his fucking tweets is just atrocious. So, by the way, this is my book that I'm writing in real time. No publisher, no publicist will tell me what to put where or how many pages to write. This is not a financial opportunity. This is an innate need to be expressive, which I'm like, okay, cool.
I can get behind that.
Motherfuckers got the money to do this.
Do whatever he wants.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he sold white T-shirts for like hundreds of dollars. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many he sold. Probably one.
At least two.
If at least two.
He bought one.
If you buy at least one, if he sold at least one, he probably made his money back.
He's in the green.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's one of those things where he's announcing that he's writing a book. He's writing it on his own terms. He's writing it in his own time. He's doing his own thing. He's not following like anybody's orders with it. And I'm like, we're never going to see this book.
No, it's not going to happen.
It's never going to happen.
Rule 1 of the internet. Don't announce anything until it's done.
Yeah.
Because once you put it out there...
Chinese democracy.
Well, I don't know why you got to bring them into it, but I mean...
Guns N' Roses.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like... Listen.
Not the actual Chinese.
Well, I understand that, and they don't have a democracy.
Okay. I think that was part of the problem with the album.
Right.
It didn't make sense from the get-go.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But they're back on tour.
Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck Guns N' Roses. I don't like them. Overrated.
Wow.
Guns N' Roses is overrated.
Who else is
overrated? And you have a problem with that, we can fight in the parking lot later on.
All right, I'm going to take this away from you, and that's fair.
Wait, I still got beer in this one.
Yeah. Who else is overrated?
Oh, boy. I don't know, man.
You don't have anyone else?
I listen to, like, new music. And it's not like it's fucking new music. Like,
you like what you like.
I like what I like. And I was telling Christy this the other day. There isn't a band, like a new band out there now that I've been wowed by. And I am very open to new things. I'm willing to try lots of stuff. Within reason. But, like, when it comes to music, sometimes I'll be driving and I'll just go to random stations and I'll try to listen for 5 minutes. If they don't catch me, I change the station to a different one. But, like, when it comes to new music, I don't get it because I don't think it's good. Not because I'm like, oh, yeah, like these kids and their weird new music. Like,
Yeah.
it's to me like it's overproduced.
Mm-hmm.
It's the people can't sing. The lyrics.
That's what hurts me
The
most.
one thing that I get that just kills me so much is the dumb fucking lyrics. It's one thing if you're like a dumb band, you know, and your thing is like, oh, we have silly lyrics. Like, I get that. But when you're trying to be like a serious, edgy, I'm hard rock, bro, and you have the dumbest fucking lyrics, I cannot take you seriously.
Of course.
Like fucking Shinedown, Disturbed, Nickelback, fucking Five Finger Death Punch. I've never listened to a Five Finger Death Punch song because anytime I hear it on the radio, I want to punch myself in the face.
I saw them live on accident.
Oh, do you need help? I can get you counseling.
Well,
fast.
no, because they were bad, but not as bad as Korn. That headline.
Korn is terrible.
They're awful. But Rob Zombie was there, so that was kind of awesome.
Okay.
There's a new band. Well, this is my problem. I got Spotify. I have
Spotify.
I
too.
joined the masses and got Spotify.
Are you doing Spotify Premium?
Yes.
Oh, see,
because I get a student discount.
Good for you.
And I get Hulu with it.
That's right. I did the 3 months for $1,
and
then I forgot to cancel it.
That happens to you a lot.
Yeah, and I think
like
I forgot.
You are like the biggest like pawn for the fucking subscription.
They
plans.
got me, but you know what though? Like since I've had it, I'm like, you know, like it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I came across a new band.
Oh yeah.
Turns out they've been a band for almost 20 years.
Oh. Who is this band?
The Silver Sun Pickups.
They're fucking phenomenal.
They're great.
I love them.
Yes.
I saw them last summer. They were magnificent.
That they are quite good.
Christy and I it was great. We were at the concert and we got lawn tickets. And we were sitting up against the fence where like the lawn starts essentially, and like the overhang ends for the people who have the expensive seats. And because I think they were touring with Third Eye Blind. Third Eye Blind was the headliner.
Oh.
And we only went for the Silver Sun Pickups.
Right.
So we're standing in front of the fence, and we're just kind of like sitting there, like bopping our head, like singing along to the songs. And this guy like just walks by, and we're like, it's weird. And like he walks by again. He just like looks at us, I'm like, this is weird. And he's a security guy. We're like, weird. And he comes up, he goes, "You guys want to go down front?" We're like, "What?" And he just pulls out 2 tickets and hands them to us. He's like, "You guys want to go down front?" We're like, "Fuck yeah!" Right. So we got to go see him up front.
Very cool.
Yeah. But yeah, great band.
Yes. Very good. Very good. It came up on my my playlist. And I was just like, oh, this is...
I love how you say that like it's a new thing. Like, they have these things called playlists now where you can just add songs by bands you enjoy.
And they remind me of one of my all-time favorite bands. So I was very, very happy.
Which band?
My Bloody Valentine.
They remind you of My Bloody Valentine?
Yes.
Really?
They're very shoegazy.
I must not have listened to a lot of My Bloody Valentine because I did not get that at all.
Okay, well, you need to listen to more of My Bloody Valentine.
Do I, though?
Dude, it's awesome.
Are they?
Like, you get yourself a little weed.
Now we're talking. We'll talk later.
All right. All right, well, anything else?
I don't know. I mean, I could go on for days, but I don't know if you want me to.
Let's do one more.
One more quick story to take us out?
Take us out.
Oh, man, I kind of finished off strong with that. Oh, we can talk about this. The fucking King of Kong.
Excuse me?
Did you not hear about the King of Kong?
No.
The King of Kong. Do you know what King of Kong is?
No.
Do you know about the Donkey Kong high score story and like the story behind it? And
like how you can't actually beat it?
Oh my God. How do you not know this?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm so angry with you. Okay. So like 10 or so years ago, there's a documentary called King of Kong.
Okay.
Which was about there was a guy, Steve Wiebe, who was trying to get the high score in Donkey Kong.
Mm-hmm.
The issue is this guy, Billy Mitchell, had like the high score record from like the 80s.
Okay.
Like, and he was one of those guys who
came
like,
out strong.
Came out I mean, he was like one of like when the arcades were booming. He was one of those guys who went to all the arcades, got all the high scores. He was
got
ranked.
laid.
I mean, do you? I don't know if that was a thing that.
I'm sure there's rats.
Okay. I probably have soft poop. I had to get that in. So, yeah. So like back in the day, he got like all the high scores. He was Guinness World Record holder for all these different games. Yep. And then there's a site, I believe it's called Twin Galaxies, which is the So Twin Galaxies is sort of like the renowned like leaderboard and like record keeper of like all these video game high scores. Mm-hmm. Well, in the documentary, so like average Joe, Steve Weeb, was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this thing. I'm gonna get the high score.
Right.
And like they kind of go through like his trials and tribulations and like, you know, the ups and downs of him trying to beat it and like how people were just straight up trying to sabotage him.
Really?
Because this was like a coveted record.
Oh.
Yeah. And like Billy Mitchell is like the biggest fucking heel in this movie.
Okay.
Like such a dick. Like Steve Weeb beats the record, like gets the high score at like a high score event. Like the people from Twin Galaxies call up Billy and they're like, he's beating the record. He's beating the record. What are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Uh-huh.
Billy has somebody go to his apartment, pick up a tape. The tape is already a video of him beating the record with a higher score than the one the guy just broke.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like this whole thing. And like the guy ended up beating the record eventually, and then like it went back and forth a little bit, but apparently there was a guy on Reddit who was watching one of Billy's high score record videos and noticed some discrepancies with it, mainly because the animations in the video were off. Like it didn't match up to the true arcade cabinet.
Oh.
And now to be recognized, you have to play on an official cabinet.
Uh-huh.
Like you can't use an emulator, you can't use MAME, you can't do like anything like that, you can't do video editing. So this guy, and you know, hey man, if you got this much fucking time to devote to like this sort of thing,
truth, justice, and the American way.
Truth, justice, and the American way in video games. But the guy eventually provided all his evidence to say, you know, Billy didn't actually beat one of the records that he submitted with a true cabinet. He did it through MAME. And Billy Mitchell, who was like Twin Galaxies, like fucking like golden boy.
Right.
Like they went through all the footage, they went through all like the proof and everything, and they were like, we were banning Billy from like submitting any records in the future, and we're not recognizing any of his high scores.
Holy shit.
So like 10 years later, the dude in the movie who went through like all this shit
is now
well, he was at one point, like the very first record he broke is now the first recognized million-point high score. Yeah.
Wow, good for him. And does he get like a trophy? Does he?
Nope.
Cool story, bro.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, well, you know what? That was the perfect story to go out on, because let me tell you something. We've done 100 of these motherfuckers. We've been at this for 2 going on 3 years. Mm-hmm. No one has given us anything. We have not received one email.
Nope.
The entire time we've been doing the show. We got very early on, we got a very nice note from somebody saying how much they appreciated what we were doing and it helped them. And we fucking ridden that coattail for fucking almost a year and a half after that happened. Uh-huh. Currently, nobody is watching this feed right now. And I don't think anyone's on YouTube either. No, it's not even telling me. Mm-hmm. Where do we go from here?
We only go up. Listen, let me tell you something. When you're at the bottom, where else can you go?
We've been at the bottom for 2.5 years.
Hey, man, sometimes you're just sitting down there just wondering what to do. Eventually, you know, you look up and you got all those fucking monks chatting, like, and you just fucking Christian Bale, and you just start climbing, you know what we got to do? We got to lose the rope.
I have no idea what that means.
We got to take off the rope, man.
What does that mean?
That's how we escape.
Are we unplugging the mics?
We make the jump without the rope.
What's the jump?
The jump is to Gotham.
And on that note, folks, happy 100 episodes for those of you who give a fuck. We will figure out what the fuck we're doing in the future. If we're going to continue this motherfucker, probably. We don't got anything better to do. At least I don't. And if you want to be the very first person that sends us an email, you can do that at brainwreckshow@gmail.com.
Yes, find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. All via searching Brainwreck Show. It's all the same fucking channel name. We try to keep it uniform and make it easier for you, the person watching. And us, because, branding and shit.
So, at the very ending, I want to wish you, sir, a very happy 100 episodes.
Touch tips.
Yeah, ooh, touching tips. There's the big finale, folks. Ooh,
turn it
there you
to
go.
the camera.
That's marketing.
Show the money.
Boom.
They're not a paid advertiser.
No, we just enjoy them.
If you're watching.
Happy 100 episodes.
Hey, high five.
Sisu.
We did it.
We did it. We accomplished.
We're still alive. We've made it.
Thank you for tuning in, putting up with our bullshit, the good, the bad, the ugly. A lot of it's been ugly. Some of it's been good. And yeah, we just keep on trucking.
Yeah.
Keep on trucking.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've been Jason Axe.
I'm Kevin Graham.
And this has been Brainwreck.